Hello, it's Larry at OneManGarage. We've positioned the Firebird for the engine install. Got it in place, but I left the bell and transmission in the car. I think I'm going to pull it out. It's just barely in there so that I can just drop it on the mounts because the weather's kind of bad. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I have to get up underneath there and go ahead and just drop it off, because once it's all back in there, I'm going to be taking this to a friend's house to help replace the floor pans. But maybe we can power wash it and get the dust off, and maybe a slight degrease on the power steering area, a little bit under the engine. It's not too bad, but we'll go from there. So I've been on and off wrestling with this today, and I did manage to get the pilot into the back of the crank to, get the bell housing kind of squared up, because the pressure plate's just loose with the disc in the bell, and I was just going to put the bolts in from the bottom on that, because I was trying to see if I hadn't tried putting the motor in with the bell housing and trans already in the car on a manual. So that actually worked, but it was never quite dropping down on the frame mounts, and I could see it interfering, and I was pretty sure I'd washed up the frame mounts that go to the engine because the rubber's on the frame, but apparently not. So I opened the trunk and found one of the F-body motor mounts that are apparently different than the A-body or B-body mounts from these year models, and I'll show you on some of my spares. These here are like what I used. See the shape of the metal around the bolt hole? It's kind of a big, thick, curvy deal for left and right. This was in the trunk, and you can see how it's kind of pointy, shaped different compared to this. So you kind of get the gist of that. Then here's a clean other one. So I put the wrong block mounts on, so that kind of blows. So I guess I'll be cleaning these up, painting these, and see if I can just lift it up enough and swap it out in the car. So to be continued. Well, I've got the motor mounts changed out, the ones with the different clearance where it drops in over the frame. So I just wonder, and this is a first try, if it'll drop right into place. Well, not quite. Almost. Let's get it. Set that right there. Pretty close. Let me get the screwdriver out. Give that a wiggle. The driver's side bolt went right in. The other side was a little bit tight, and then just a couple taps and wiggles, and it dropped down further, and it's in and tight, so no problem. Since the weather's kind of bad, see that mangled bracket right there? Yeah, we'll probably put that on today. Still need to crawl underneath it and do some stuff underneath as well. Got the new distributor to put in, do that today. More to come. Well, the bracket has been swapped out. I'll probably go back and wipe off that writing, but leave the rust so it'll match the car. And fuel hose is connected, and it's thundering, so this might be the wrap up on this one, I don't know yet. By the way, if you see that 18-degree timing for the Pontiac 400 emission sticker, that is specific to the W72 option high performance engine that year. The small gear, weaker 400 has 16-degree timing. So this was one of the old ways we used to quickly identify what they call a TA 6.6 option car, which also has a lower rear axle and the smaller chamber cylinder heads and factory chrome valve covers, as are these. Because this entire engine is a 78 4-speed engine, just not the VIN match and block from this car originally that is long gone. Subscribe and watch, share. Thank you.